Alrighty, so today I'm gonna try a new recipe. I'm not actually sure how to say the middle name on there. Guisada? Carne Guisada recipe. I don't know. You can tell me how to actually say it if you want to in my comments. But I had someone say that I had it at a restaurant, asked if I'd ever had it. I remind them that I don't get to eat out because my kid will only eat chicken nuggets from McDonald's. So I'm gonna attempt to make this. It's basically gonna half the recipe because I have just over a pound of stew meat. I diced it up to smaller pieces. It says green bell pepper. I have a red one in my fridge. Diced up an onion. And it says, 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce. And I'm not opening a whole can of tomato sauce for this recipe, so I have tomato paste. Since I'm halving it, I'm just gonna keep the full amount of the bouillon. It says water, chicken stock. I'm just gonna make bouillon. And that should even out there. Use like a tablespoon of tomato paste. And hopefully it turns out good. Maybe I'll try to make rice to go with it. I'm not really good at making rice, but maybe it'll work out this time. So it says to brown the stew meat and the vegetables together. Do the onion and the pepper till the stewed brown, and then you add all the seasonings and everything else to it. So I'll be back in a minute once this is cooked, at least a little bit. This brown doesn't need to be cooked. Just need to have a browning on the outside, and the vegetables need to be a little soft. Okay, so it's almost brown. You just want it browned a little bit to lock in the juices, you know? So I'm going to start adding in the seasonings, which is a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Or fresh garlic if you have it, which I do not. 2 teaspoons. Yeah, 2 teaspoons of cumin. Close enough. 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm going to use sea salt. Why not? Then I'm healthy. And then mustard. I'm going to do fresh cracked pepper today. I don't like very much of it. I'm supposed to use a 1/4 teaspoon. So it's not much anyways. And then you're supposed to add the tomato sauce in now, but I'm going to add it in after I add the broth so it doesn't burn, because that would be bad. You're just supposed to mix it well. Oops. It doesn't have to be cooked, you're just trying to, because it's going to stew for like 2 hours, so. Alright, stir it up, and then you're supposed to put the flour, which I just pulled it out into a bowl. 2 tablespoons. Pour it all over. It's to help thicken up the broth to make the, to make it stewy, not soupy. I don't understand how this stuff works, I just know that it does work. And then you add I made the bouillon. It's a cup. Get the rest of the flour. Then I'm gonna just squeeze out like a tablespoon looking. Whoops. Tablespoon and a half. I hope it works, because, I'm not opening tomato sauce for that little bit of amount. What's next? Make sure there's no lumps, get it all mixed. I'm supposed to simmer it for, it's supposed to be covered? Here, yes. Bring to a boil, cover, and simmer for an hour and a half. Or until the meat is tender to your liking. Well, that was pretty easy. Maybe I will make rice. Give me a little bit of confidence, but you know, I'll probably screw up the rice. See, it's already thickening up, so it'll be a nice thick sauce on there. Once it's done, you can add more seasonings to it if you want. I'm gonna sit here, whoops, wait for it to boil, and then get it covered and simmering. While my stew is simmering, my kid is really noisy in the background, I'm going to attempt to make rice in Instant Pot. I've never done it before, I think, yeah. So I rinse the rice a few times. I'm just gonna season it in the pot. And I'm just winging it basically. I'm gonna put most of a tablespoon of cumin, because I like cumin. Tomato chicken bouillon for some tomatoey flavor. Oh. And a little salt, and I'm just gonna use like half a tablespoon of chili powder, since I can't have sour cream. I can't make it too spicy because I have nothing to dull down the spice. So half. I think that. I don't remember who said that it's easier to mix up the flavoring just with the wet rice. I think it was that Lisa Dawn, if you've all heard. She's a great YouTuber to watch. And then, since I did a cup of rice, I got a cup of water. I'm gonna flavoring off my spoon. And hopefully, let me get the rice off the side. And I have no counter space. So if you can't tell, I'm basically having to shuffle everything I do. Instant Pot. Got that. I'm going to use the actual pressure cooker thing like once. Oh. Press to vent, lift to stop. Okay, it's lifted. It's not plugged in? I haven't plugged it in yet. I'm on things. Ahaha. Hands covering thing. Instant Pot. Oh, pressure cook. High. Oh god. I'm gonna go 5 minutes. So I don't know what kind of rice this is. Supposed to let it go and let it natural release for like 20 minutes and then do a fast release, and it should be edible at that point. I'm not sure though. We'll see in a little bit. Moment of truth, my rice timer went off. I let it natural release all the way, and oh, I think it's edible. What do you think? Seasoning kind of stuck to one side. Let's see if it's cooked. We got rice. It's a little bland. I probably should have put salt after all. I can add salt now. It'll be fine. Then we travel over. This is almost done. Has like 15 more minutes on the timer. And then I'll taste it and see how it is. And I have some canned refried beans going to go with it. Smelling pretty good. Kind of excited. My dinner, my kids' dinner, is going to be plain chicken breasts with a little bit of salt because that's what she eats. So that's what she's gonna get. So I'm officially done. I can eat my little stew, Mexican stew thing I got. Some seasoned rice. It's actually a lot better once it sits for a little bit. I just added a little salt to it. And then refried beans. I added some of my, yeah, dairy-free cheese doesn't really melt. So I'm just going to mix it in a bit. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like any of my stuff, go ahead and come back. You can like and subscribe. I try to post videos when I can, either cooking or just random stuff around my house and my garden. And I hope to see you next time. Later.